I haven't started playing yet. So yeah, Cobra Triangle, it's a boat racing game. So the first level is just to race to the finish. You actually don't race the other boats, you just need to go to the finish as fast as possible. However, there are a lot of different levels, so it's not only boat racing. Actually, this is going terrible. Oh. I messed up the level up, so I don't have the correct weapons here. I think it'll be okay anyways. Game. Shooting to the music. See about that. I said I messed up the power up earlier. Normally I should have a different firepower, and that will be visible in this boss fight.
Hey, I had to done it again for Cobra Triangle. I don't know why K2 picks the hardest games to do in the marathons, but it's great. Good luck K2 with the bosses. Hope I get good spawns. What's up? Stage 25.
Yeah, thanks. Stage 25 is indeed very tough.
Thanks a lot, Mr. K.
So in this bonus level you basically just need to shoot these targets to gain points, and then if you shoot all of them you can get the extra up at the end, but that includes an extra animation, so it's really not worth it. This level has a reputation of being tough, so show you what one can do about that. Normally you're just supposed to stand in the middle and defend all these swimmers from first boats, and then there will come some UFOs, and the UFOs carry stun-lock missiles, and this level is actually super hard if you try to play it normally, but as you can see the enemy AI is not that great, so you can just circle round and round this area. I cannot go inside the area because then I will drop the swimmer again, which means one of the enemy boats is likely to pick it up. This is not a foolproof strategy, because if I get an enemy spawning right in front of me, they can still fire a missile at me. So I just have to look for good enemy spawns, but maybe the encouragement from Mr. K helps. The next level also has a bad reputation, so I'm gonna show you how I usually play this.
Oh my god!
I used to die 3 lives on that level.
And this is where I will try to make up for my stupidity earlier on with the power-ups, because here I will have to farm a lot. Okay, at least now I have the right firepower, the spread gun, but I still need 5 more of these pods. To have force activated when I leave this level. And the enemy boats carrying those pods, it's random. Right next to the finish zone here, so I'll just try to circle around and hope I run into one more boat with a pod. As you can see, you can turn both left and right. Perfect, now I have force. And that's kind of interesting, because this fork, if you take left, you will get a different level order, and at the end you'll get a level depending on a different level depending on which way you took. If you take the left path, you will encounter later on a very difficult ice level, which is next to impossible. And if you take right, you will get also a pretty hard level, but it's not that hard. This is the most random boss in the game, or random place, random level. I usually die there. The crab is so random with how it moves its claws, and the boat is kind of difficult to steer away with. So if the crab is not in the mood, well then you're likely to die. If you play it perfectly the first part, you there are just a couple of different enemy positions, but at the end it's very random. So you need to just have good reflexes. They are random, but I have done a serious speedrun of this, and after that I discovered that there is some yeah, you can predict it somehow. I just forgot how. But it's only if you play perfectly, so with like no hits or anything. But I remember there was a way to. Yeah. Exactly. And a funny comment about this level and some of the others. Mike89, some of you in the chat might know him. He made me aware of that. This and some of the other stages have been reused as mini games in Donkey Kong Country 3 for GBA. I think it's pretty nice. Other than that, there is no sequel to Cobra Triangle. There is no prequel like an arcade version or so. This is really a standalone game. Which is a pity, I think. I think it's a good game. Steers well and it's generally a fun game. I actually wanted to pick up that pod. I'm sorry about the stop, but I want to have one when I leave this level. If I mentioned it, but it steers very much like RC Pro-Am, which is also a game developed by Rare. Here I have the second missile upgrade. It's actually possible to upgrade one more, and it doesn't make a huge difference whether you pick up the last missile upgrade or not. However, for one of the last bosses you can make one more damage if you for some reason only have the second missile upgrade. Occasionally happened to me that all the swimmers have disappeared in the wrong direction, which is kind of unfortunate. I think it's just random in which direction they disappear, so it's just a matter of chance. Or So the strategy in this level is exactly the same as before, but now the UFOs carry 2 missiles, so they're a bit more dangerous, especially if they spawn right in front of you. Like that one was dangerous, the one I shot. The reason I don't get the one up here is because there are some signposts or something in the bends, and you need to shoot them as well if you want to pick up the one up. But as I explained before, I don't want to trigger that. This level is kind of one of the weak points of Cobra Triangle, because it's the exact copy of level 14. So it's like the developers didn't have time to come up with something new, and they just reused one of the levels. It's a pretty fun level though, but still it's a bit cheap. So this is a level you get when you took right in Fork in level 9.
Logs, they attack you.
Yeah, and they actually I take kind of a safer route through that level, but that also makes it more random. There is a slightly faster route where you usually get the same spawns all the time. happens now was that one of the enemy boats got stuck behind the island, and that's usually pretty bad because they can they're more difficult to avoid them. Same again.
Jag hade hört den just.
Me neither, I never heard that before. This is so hard when they get out of phase, because you can't see where the jump blocks are. Come on. It's oh, it's easy to lose all your lives. If you just go by full speed, you can predict where the trampolines are. When you die, you have no clue.
Yeah, so I tried killing this boss without force, and he one hits me and I die. Do you know why?
Yeah, it's a very funny boss because it loses health over time, and as soon as you try to shoot it, it fires back and it's an instant kill. So what you should do is just stand in the corner and wait. I think it's possible to one cycle this boss, but I never managed to do it. But it's still a quick kill. Yeah, time 23. Okay. I think it's 21 something. 21:45 maybe. But the thing with this game is there is not so much difference between a bad run and a good speed run, so it's really about cutting the seconds in each race. And there are also quite a few levels with fixed timers,